Gravy, baby.
Welcome to Gravy, baby. I am your gravy boat captain. With always is the gravy first mate, DJ Lewis. Today, we're missing our navigator. Oh, our gravy bitches leader.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Well, we agree. I think that's a good episode. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Check us out on patreon.com/gravybaby. I'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee, July 26th, 5th.
Come on. Oh, yeah. What now? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm in Nashville tonight, and I forgot about it. I'm getting some weird feedback. Is that me?
Yeah, it's you, dude. Nobody else hears it.
Damn, dude. God.
Damn.
What was a good episode?
It was. Well, also,
I guess
conspiracy babies tonight. The night you're listening, Friday night. You guys come in there. We're gonna talk about missiles, guys. We're gonna talk about missiles.
We're gonna talk about missiles.
We're gonna talk about pride. We're gonna talk about living. Whoa! So, I was craziest thing that's ever happened. I kind of feel like shit. Actually, I feel fucking crazy. I feel crazy right now. I was cleaning out the damn fucking, so I saw a mouse. It was out about, I've been looking for a mouse because Kita keeps bringing mice up here. I'm like, where the fuck are you getting these mice? Is there a nest somewhere? Did I see that?
What is that, a goat or a dog? What are you talking about?
It's a cat. Drew.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Go.
Well, I've never met a cat at your house, and I was there recently. I didn't meet any cats, so that's why.
Yeah, she doesn't like to come out when people are here. But so she keeps on bringing mice. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Because like I need to figure this out before she gets out of control. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind her. I mean, that's why she's here. She's doing a good job, but I need to goddamn take care of this situation. So she out in the goat house, right? So I'm like, are they out here? Because I saw one out near it. And goddamn, I went out there. I started fucking around and where all the hay and stuff is. I didn't see any mice. But there's like, I guess a bumblebee nest inside of there.
In the hay?
In the hay. So they have somehow built a net. And I've seen bees get after the goats, but like I didn't know they were coming from the big house. Right? So I'm out there, I'm fighting bees. You know what I'm saying?
You're fighting bees.
I'm fighting the bees, buddy. We're at war. I'm trying to get them out of there. And I got a thing of off, right? And a fucking goddamn fly swatter. So what I do is I shake it up real good. When they come at me, I fucking daze them with the goddamn spray, and they get all crazy, and I smack the shit out of them, and I smack them on the ground.
You're offing them one by one, gorilla style?
Well, you can spray like a slew of them, and they'll just start falling, and then you start stomping. What's crazy though, also at this time,
How did you kill?
Like the dog and all the goats are like behind me, just staring at me, like, what the fuck is he in there doing? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out there, I'm fighting the bees, man. Well, I guess one got the okie doke on me, right? Came around the side, and I'm trying to look at it. Next thing I know, there's like 9 bees coming at me, dude. They're stinging the fuck out of me everywhere. I spray myself all the goddamn face. I spray myself all in the face. Everywhere, dude. I'm tripping over dogs and goats trying to get out these fucking bees stinging the fuck out of me.
Your dog saw that?
The dog, the goats, everybody, they were just standing back there going, and they were all right behind me, like staring as I was fighting the bees.
They were waiting. They were waiting. No, they knew exactly what you were doing, and they're like, hey, don't go anywhere. You'll get a lot of these bees. But give these bees a few minutes, dog. They're gonna get their revenge.
Well, when I started running, they started scattering, and I was just tripping over goats, goddamn spraying myself in the face, and fucking. So I feel crazy right now. I'm all stuck.
You, DJ's all Three Stooges.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just out there hitting himself with the spray.
And it wasn't like that. I was hollering. I was, oh, get off me, and then Dre puts this fucking. She wants to put this shade out here for the goats because it's hot, right? So she got this little. She got this one line that comes from the side here, and like where it goes in, it's like right there. And I keep on goddamn clotheslining myself right in the forehead with it. So like not only am I just, and dude, I was swole up all over. I've been laying down here with the goddamn ice packs and shit all over me.
So you're playing through injury right now, dude.
I feel crazy, dude. I feel crazy.
I mean, how many times did you get hit?
At least 5, but not really.
Your body's in mild shock right now, and you're like reacting to all those stings. I mean,
that was way earlier.
You feel crazy because you got adrenaline and all this anti-venom coursing through you.
Yeah, probably mostly, dude. Manliness. When you get a situation like that and all your man pheromones come out, which is probably what the bees wanted in the first place. They were like, God damn, we've been waiting for a real man to fight us. And I stepped up.
I can't contain my joy. We're saying the same thing, DJ. I'm talking about how you're feeling crazy because your body's doing what it has to do as a man.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
As a man, you're supposed to go crazy when you get stung by 5 bees. It's that or die. Well, what would a man do?
Right. Fight to the death.
Exactly. And you're not even gonna die. That's why you're going crazy.
I know. I still got to go out there. I got to take all these panels off and I still ain't found the damn. I still ain't found the damn mice. I still don't know what the fuck's going on with the mice. So, adventures. It's a lot of adventure.
I got a theory on the mice. They're starting house fires. Dude, I went on this podcast. I guess everyone check it out. The guys who do the dollop have an auxiliary podcast. I think that's like a totally accurate and easy way to explain my career to people. Hey, you know that like kind of not that famous podcast? Well, I got to go on the auxiliary one those guys do that no one's ever heard of. It's called The Pastimes, and it's a funny concept. They just read a newspaper from like 100 or 200 years ago. They just read the news, and then you just crack jokes on it. Well, one of the stories was a fire at a cigar shop. And the main theory as to how it got started was mice eating matches.
What? It was totally like a fucking insurance scheme, though, right?
Literally what I said, dude. Like, poor old Garrett was not ready for my level of conspiracy. You've really had an effect on me, dude, because the main story of that paper was about a cryptid. It was a one-legged flying beast devil dog that was supposed to fight the New Jersey Devil. This is when
nice.
They did a full-on front-page article with different reports from different parts of the area, different areas around the city. And I kept telling them that it was the CIA, and they did not like that.
Damn.
They didn't dislike it. They just didn't agree with it. They kept saying shit like the CIA didn't exist then. And I'm like, that's what they wanted you to think, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that is how it is. It was the OSS. Also, let's think about this. Let's think about this. What's the alternative? It was the Jersey Devil. Come on, man.
That's what I said. Grow up. But the cryptids aside, the mice thing really tickled me. What a criminal's wet dream it was to live back then. You just commit insurance fraud and blame it on rats?
Man, amazing.
Why'd your cigar shop burn down? Mice? It's a cigar shop.
Yeah.
A drunk did it. Or you did it on purpose.
Looking for a cigar after a late night bender.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you.
Well, anyway,
I'm glad.
I hope you've done your mice before they burn your hay down.
Yeah,
Just don't feed them any matches, dude.
I won't. I had my
What's
first
been going on
morning.
with me? Fucking nothing.
Do what?
What?
I had my first morning glory bloom this morning. It is now dead, but it's a very exciting experience to come out and see your first little
Oh yeah.
magic.
Whoa.
Yeah. What else? What else you know? What's going on with you? Where you been? You been somewhere?
I went to Athens right after I saw you. I saw Bubba Sparks perform a musical concert, and that was a lot of fun. I saw a little bit of the Nappy Roots, but it got cut short because of a quasi-emergency situation that I won't get into. But everyone's fine now. Athens was great. You know, I like that town a lot, as you know. Now we're back here. I was plowing yesterday, and my father-in-law, he didn't like how I was doing it, so he took over.
Nice.
He was keeping up at home. He hadn't been out of the bed or house in like 3 weeks. It was literally the first time he'd gotten out of the house in 3 weeks other than to go to the doctor. Immediately just started plowing.
After he saw you fucking it up. That's
Yeah,
what brought him out of bed. It's like she
Yeah,
saw
dude.
you was thinking.
Spite.
He was huh?
Spite. I've been keeping him alive with spite the whole time. I joke with Andy about it, but it's not really a joke. Like when we leave at night, I say something like, you know, Israel's evil and so is America, and everything you've ever fought for meant nothing. And then that keeps him alive for 24 hours till he sees me again.
Oh man. Yeah,
Pretty good.
pretty good.
But we worked on the yard all day. We weeded the garden. We mowed. And I got to tell you, I got to admit, and the kill your yard people may have my head for this, but we've got to figure out. I'm all about what their movement wants. We've got to figure out a way around this. When we cleaned up the yard, mowed, and then weeded the garden, it did look so. The garden was prettier. Having a mowed lawn around it made it prettier. It made it look like a crown jewel,
Right.
rather than, you know, a kind of interesting maze in the middle of a field, which is what it looked like
Sure.
before.
Sure.
And there's no air conditioner upstairs, so I'm dying. And other than that, there's not much new. I'll tell you what's gravy.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of years trying to be the cool uncle, and I do think I accomplished that. But I've also discovered relatively recently that I'm the safe uncle. Just in terms of what the nephews and nieces are saying to me and what they're trusting me with. One of them trusted me with a same-sex love story that they're writing and showed me some of the drawings that go with it and stuff. They weren't like explicit, I don't mean that, but just like, it was like really sweet. It was like, oh, you're not telling most people my age about this. This feels good. This feels like I've done something right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Being the cool uncle kind of implies being a safe uncle, don't it?
It does if you're doing it right. And I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm happy about.
Yeah.
I've done it
Yeah.
correctly.
You're right.
There are
Right.
cool uncles who've done it wrong. They think it just means like we're gonna buy
Yep.
beer together.
Yeah. And go talk about sexual assault like it's okay. It's
Right.
not a good way to be an uncle.
All
It's a
molestery.
bad way to be an uncle.
Dude, that's Foghat's third best song.
I agree.
DJ and I once had a concept called Uncles on Parole. That's literally all we had. And we were convinced it was going to change our and everyone else's lives. I don't think any drugs other than marijuana were involved either.
No. You know what's crazy right now? It's like, okay, we both like, there's like war shit going on. I'm not good at that. It's like,
You're not going to die?
I mean, I don't think so. How weird is it? Like, you're like, all right, do a podcast. What have you been doing? shit in my pants. It's like, what the fuck you been doing? You been shitting? Yeah. No, I mean, I really haven't, but like that. It is weird.
Well, yeah, it's odd to live through history. It's impossible to contextualize in real time, and lacking the ability to contextualize it, it sort of feels like we can scream into the void right now. There's a few I told you so's we could get in there, you probably more than me. And then other than that, it's like it would just sort of be it could be cathartic. I mean, it could be very cathartic to do that. But yeah, it's surreal. I mean, that's an overused word, and it's overused because something like now happens, and you go, man, I wish I wouldn't have said it was surreal to see my ex-girlfriend a year ago, because it's not the same feeling I'm having now. This is what I should have saved that word for.
Yeah. 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 It's bizarre, dude. It's fucking bizarre. It's so crazy.
It's so crazy. But at the same time, it just kind of, we've talked about this maybe on mic, definitely off. It also just kind of feels like Desert Storm 8 or whatever number we're on, you know?
Sure.
Like it's like, okay, we bombed them and then there was a truce 2 days later. And I'm so glad there was a truce. But it was like, so was this just theater? Was this just some sort of posturing?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think definitely there's not like really a truce, dude. It's a cessation of hostilities. Like if you have a ceasefire, then there's like paperwork, there's a framework around it. This was just like two people, like obviously fucking Iran has got to like figure out what their intelligence is doing and like fix up that western flank that they have. That's like, it's wide open with like, I guess Israel did something with their the S-400s or whatever they were supposed to protect that side of the opening. They got to do that, and then like Israel's fucking interceptors, they're like using they use 2 at a time. So you got to imagine that like they used a whole bunch, and they were fucking defecting. You know what I'm saying? So you have 2 people here, and like Haifa got fucking blowed up. All this other shit got blowed up. You gotta think they both took like a fucking beating. So like being able to have like an excuse to say, all right, we'll take a minute. Yeah, we just need to go back here and try to figure out, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, like,
I was gonna compare it to like the bar fight that doesn't happen where they're like, hold me back, you fucking meet me outside and it, but really it's more like when the fight gets going and then both dudes are tired of fighting.
Yeah.
And they just kind of go, I'm good if you're good.
I mean, it's definitely going to start back up. It's going to start. I guarantee it's going to fucking start back up. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt that like, this isn't like America's, like they're going to try some sort of like covert, like asymmetrical terrorism type stuff.
Oh yeah. The terrorism's coming in multiple directions.
Oh, for sure.
And who's like, I mean, it's going to play out many ways, but one of the ones that I was thinking about yesterday that's going to be sad is I could see Iran or someone doing some shit to Israel and then just saying, like, making it look like Hamas did it. And then it's just like fucking that. Now we got to keep that genocide going for 10 more fucking years because Hamas is back in the zeitgeist as the evil terrorist group.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, anything can happen, but it's like, it's definitely not over at all. At all. It's crazy. It's crazy. Another thing that's crazy, before the U.S. got even into it, like, it was leaked. Seymour Hersh came out with an article like 2 or 3 days before it ever happened, pretty much verbatim talking about what was happening. And like, that's all any of like the military analysts or anybody like in the independent sphere was talking about. And they were talking about how it was going to go down. And then it happened exactly like they said it was going to go down, which is bizarre. It's just bizarre that this level of information is actually out there.
Right. And not only did it get out, it's like, then they were like, well, we're still going to do it that way. Why change plans now?
Well, right. And then we're going to double down. We're not going to have one. We're going to have two press briefings talking about how great of a fucking, nobody's saying, huh?
Well, let me ask you this. Was that the only thing that came out? Were there other conflicting predictions? And then it just kind of becomes, well, which of the 12, and then one of them ends up right. Go, that guy did.
That was Seymour Hersh's article. And he said that there was multiple options for what was going to go, how it was going to go down. It's a great article. The fact that they didn't use tactical nukes or anything like that was pretty much it's great that they chose not to do that.
Yeah, I agree. Color me on that side, guys. If anyone out there wasn't sure where I stood, until the nukes start flying, I stand on the opposite side of the nukes. When the nukes start flying, I hope to stand directly under one.
Yeah. But the weird thing was, like,
God, so imagine giving my son iodine pills and I wanted to die.
Man. Have you heard that Rory Scovel joke about when you get to, like, commit murder-suicide with your family and then you kill your family and realize you're too much of a coward to kill yourself?
I have heard that bit. Andy sends me a lot of his bits, which is really sweet. She's always really sweet. She's like, you remind the way your brain works, this guy. And I'm like, yeah. He looks like me. He's a better comedian. That's also what I'm getting from this. But she sent me that one and was like, this is hilarious. Like,
yeah, it's a great joke.
Funny love. So funny love. Well, shit. Let's not talk about war. How about that? What do you think? Or do you want to? Or do you want to? There's a cloud that kind of looks like an angry baby with a bear over the top of it right now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man, I got to say, I went to Athens through the mountains. I stopped and saw you. I always know, but sometimes I forget, and I'm reminded. You just live in, sometimes I think the prettiest and sometimes I think the second prettiest part of this country. The Pacific Northwest comes pretty, which you also lived there, comes pretty fucking close for me. Might pass it on some days, some seasons. But man, I was just driving through there, just all peaceful like on the way down to Athens. Had no idea the turmoil of the weekend that would occur. Congratulations. I'm going nowhere with this. There's no end to this point that I'm making.
No, man, I'm very well aware that, like, fucking, it's incredible here. And it's always in flux. It's always changing. Like, the landscape is always, like, not just every season, but every part of the season. Like, every couple of months, a new color, a new flower, a new something else is like it's constantly moving, it's constantly in motion. It's a very dynamic biosphere, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but it's incredible. It's incredible that I swear to God, and I get to work, you know what I mean, or whatever. And, like, the other reason I know anything about anything is because I'm fucking paranoid about goddamn nuclear war. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason I love shit all this stuff is because, like, it is an obsession. It is a real anxiety. It's for real. You know, like, I don't like war. I'm very anti-war, but, like, I'm just, like, in it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, but it's like, I don't know what to say about it. It's just happened. But, so I know about that stuff, but then I get to, like, work and I hear people, like, worried about, like, other stuff. And, like, I'm super glad that even though I am worried about nuclear war or whatever, and, like, I also have it in me to, like, really enjoy everything about my life, you know what I'm saying, and really live a fucking good life. And I think that that's part of it, is because I kind of see that.
Hey, you just got this. You just got this. And they gonna take it from you now?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you gotta appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the same thing as like this. I don't know. We'll probably stay here and live in this part of the country forever. But like, if Nessie were to die, I doubt we would live here. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, we're here for her, and because this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 100% we're here.
Yeah, you
100%.
got a goat. I got a father-in-law. We've all got our reasons to be. We both got old goats, who are great.
Yeah, yeah. And when they're gone, we'll move on. I can't really see us ever going back to a city or anywhere that's not like here in this part of the mountain.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's just so hard not to just drive down the road and just even drive it out the driveway. You're just like, what the fuck, dude? This is amazing. Just rabbits, and fucking baby geese and ducks and fucking deer and fucking turkeys. It's just beautiful. Fucking.
I'm so happy you're happy, dude.
Yeah, sorry. I'm happy. Well, I guess what I'm saying is,
why are you sorry?
I'm not. I guess what I'm saying is, it's hard for me. It's like you see people like who live in Georgia mad about the New York mayor. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why is this affecting you right now? How are you coming into work?
This may help you contextualize. They're enjoying themselves.
I think so too. You're right.
But being mad is fun, dude. I've done it a lot. What a rush. Like, in terms of a quick hit, dude, there's way better drugs and feelings. But in terms of a quick hit, the first cold beer on a hot day and being mad and knowing that you don't have to feel guilty about being mad, those are the two best quick hits I know of.
That's what
maybe
it is.
Maybe a cigarette. I mean, again, I'm not saying like it's the best feeling in the world and it's even the best vice in the world. But as far as quick, yeah, dude, they're enjoying themselves. That's what's happening. They're mad in Georgia because it feels good.
Yeah. I guess so. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Shout out. Mamdani, did I say it correctly? I've only read it.
Zoran is all I know.
Zoran's the first name, last name Mamdani. I don't know if we have pronounced it correctly or not. I've only read it, but he seems sincere as much as any politician can be. And I do like a lot of his ideas a lot. I do think here's what feels good to me is to take something good and make it bad. And then I get off on that because it makes me feel like I'm in control of the negative emotions that I'm feeling. But I do feel like as someone who, well, may I pontificate for a bit?
You may.
Thank you, sir. If someone were to ask me, and they did recently, and that's what got me thinking this, what my politics actually are, I would say, in my heart, I'm a democratic socialist. I look at what the Scandinavian countries have done, where they nationalize huge parts of their resources, whether it be natural gas and oil, and then they take that money and they use it on nationalized healthcare and nationalized housing. And I say, that's what I want. But I like the idea that an artist can charge what he or she wants for their thing. I'm not against the free market. I'm not a total communist. In my heart, that's what I like. That's the policies that I think make sense. Now, in my reality that I'm living in, I see how the Democratic Party rat fucked Bernie Sanders and how democratic socialism had inside its own mechanisms no response to that. It has no ability to overcome America's need for a hero. As Bernie has aged, no one has replaced him inside that movement to crystallize it. No one's inspired people until maybe this mayor. Who knows where his future holds? What I was going to say a minute ago, what makes me nervous about this guy, he's now the standard bearer for democratic socialism, and it's not going to work as well as it could when it's in a city that's inside a state full of capitalists, inside a country full of capitalists. They're going to make him look bad on purpose, and some of his policies can't work unless they have broad backing from the government, including at the state level. Even if they're not actually out to rat fuck him, just the way that it works. So I'm nervous. Now, to finish my pontificating and rambling, I feel like this moment has made me an anarchist. I don't think that I am one in my heart. I don't think that but it feels like where I've arrived, where I'm going like, I dream of being able to rely upon the government and our tax dollars as a safety net. But in reality and in my practical world right now, impossible. I am telling people what anarchists tell people, and I'm saying we got each other and no one else. Fucking, you are the cops, you are the ambulance, you are the rescue team, and that is a type of cynicism for me. It may not be for other people. Maybe other people may find a lot of hope in mutual aid. It makes me sad to rely upon mutual aid. It makes me scared. So this man is bringing all that out. I'm watching this in real time, and I'm going, man, my heart really wants this dude to do well, but my experience teaches me that it's not going to work because he's going to get rat fucked. But since democratic socialism hasn't come up with a way inside its own systems to prevent itself from getting rat fucked, I'm really more of an anarchist now. Anyway, that's what I think about the mayor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really think a lot about it. I mean, I've heard some stuff about it. I don't really know a lot about it. I know people are mad about it for whatever reason. I know that
it's the number one reason still, wildly.
I know Bill Clinton like backed Andrew Cuomo, and that's the funniest thing that I've ever.
It makes sense.
It makes so much sense. Yeah, I know
neoliberal sexual pest.
Yeah,
I mean, in some way you got to respect it. You got to be like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
I would be so mad as if I was like a female, believe strongly in Me Too, that it's come to this. But maybe this is the end of identity politics. Maybe it's the end of that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think so, but maybe. It's really powerful stuff. And the thing is, you can cycle through it on the next generation. I mean, we see it with Gen Z. It's how we lost Gen Z men. And
right.
So like that's gonna happen with Gen Alpha probably.
Yeah. Did I tell you I showed the kids at work Handyman from In Living Color?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Horrified. They were fucking horrified. Really? So worthy. Oh yeah. They could not handle it.
I love that.
They could not handle it. They were like, what the fuck? Oh my God, that is fucked up. And I was like, yeah, man, we were something else back in the we were once a true country. Can't do that no more. Can't put that on. Couldn't make that again.
Yeah. If you try to make that nowadays, they'd put you on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I sure would. It's so stupid.
Everything's stupid. Not me and you, though. We're smart.
We're so smart.
Here's one. Here's what I'm going to put out. I'm going to use the small platform we have for some good. If anyone out there listening is within, we'll say, 5 hours driving distance of where I live in East Tennessee, you can do Knoxville on a map if you need a reference to answer this question for yourself. And you do tattoo work or know someone who does, I know a guy who needs some tattoos covered up. And I'd like to hear from you. He doesn't have a lot of money. Maybe you do charity work. If you don't, that's fine. Don't hit me up. I get it.
Thanks, man.
Oh, that's not for you. That's very funny.
That would be funny if I was like, so I was like, yeah, man, we'll be at Drew's house accepting donations, tattoo donations.
Well, I knew you were doing a bit, but I was like, but a lot of people aren't going to know that. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, DJ needs some tattoos covered up, and Drew's trying to go to bat for him in this weird third person way.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, good.
It's my brother.
Well, good. I got stung up, man.
Yeah, dude, you're probably going to go into anaphylactic shock while on.
It was a long time ago, though. It was a long time ago.
I was kidding, buddy. If I believe that, I'd have made you go to the doctor. Did you put tobacco on it to get the stinger out?
No, I didn't get the stinger out. I didn't even try.
That's what-
There's one.
That's one of those things where I'm like, does tobacco draw the stinger out, or the stingers just come out on their own? And my fucking mama just made me hold skull on my body all throughout.
Yeah. Yeah, or a tea bag, isn't that something else you get the tea from a
Yeah.
Lipton tea
Which-
bag?
What do they have in common? What do they have in common?
Leaves? Brown? I don't know.
Brown dried leaves,
Brown dried leaves, man.
caffeine, nicotine. Maybe it's just any ain.
Yeah, the aim.
I'm out there rubbing kerosene on it because I don't know how to spell.
Yeah. Do it.
Fucking
Kerosine's
Jolene
good for
Lee.
something, ain't it? What's kerosene
Yeah,
good
it's-
for?
Getting pine tar off your hands, I believe, is when
There you
you.
go.
Of course, then you got
There you go.
kerosene smell on your hand, so that's a new problem.
So, hey, man, you ever see when you was growing up or even recently, you know what Queen's Anne lace is?
Yeah, I got like a vague notion of it.
It's like a white, kind of looks like a fucking flower. It's good, like it's all like carrot flowers, kind of like, yeah. Well, when you was growing up, people tell you that's where chiggers come from.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Eh, don't get in on those chiggers." Well, the reason why they told you that is because it's hard to tell the difference between Queen Anne's lace, and poison hemlock.
So it's only
And
poison hemlock that has the chiggers.
it doesn't have chiggers, but it's poison and it will fuck you up. We actually had to
Okay,
remove
so
them.
what is a chigger then? There is a bug called a chigger, right?
There is a bug called chigger, and basically they just stay in high grass. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with the Queen Anne's lace or the fucking carrot or any of that. The wild carrot, which also looks like Queen Anne's lace.
The wild carrot also looks like Queen Anne's lace.
Yes, it does.
Interesting.
It's a little botany for you, and a little wife.
Do you have a lot of poison hemlock around you?
In the creeks? Yes, I do. Had to get a bunch out. Was not fun, but
Did
got
it
it
fuck
out.
you up?
It did not, sir. Nope, I gloved up, long shirted it, long gloves, double gloves, actually, rubber gloves on top of rubber gloves,
Double rubber glove.
double rubber gloves, double rubber
Say it
gloves.
right.
Yeah, man.
Me and Rozzy planted a tree today. And
Nice.
he
What kind of
was-
tree?
I did know when it was given to me.
A birch?
I think I'm gonna fuck it up. I think it's a white walnut. That's not what it is.
All right. Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look and remind myself. Here's what happened. I did a show in Asheville, and someone gave it to me, and we were looking for a chestnut, and they were out. So I didn't get they had a bunch to give away or whatever. I mean, I probably wasn't supposed to take it to my neck of the woods, but it was like they had already given out all the ones people had asked for as part of the replanting. And Melissa was like, "You want one of these?" And I was like, "What do you got?" And she told me, and I was like, "I want the chestnut." And then we went, and they couldn't find any. And so I got my consolation tree, and I can't remember what it is now.
Well, apparently,
My point
you don't like
was-
to Google every plant that you come across, like some
No,
of
I
us.
do. It's just that
No,
happened.
it doesn't sound like you do. It sounds like you're acting like you like to Google, but you don't. You just put
Dude,
it
I
in
just-
the ground.
I knew and forgot, and I just now realized I forgot. You know what I mean? And now I'm gotta go Google.
Now you got.
I got an app, dude. You take a picture and it tells you what it is. It's not
That's my
super
favorite.
accurate.
Dude, I know. Yeah, that's so crazy. I do that. I do that with the plants. I also do it with the random poop in my yard to find out who's all's been pooping. I'm like, hey, how's your blackberries coming? You get this is some old man shit. Oh my god. But our
I'm going to
blackberries.
tell you how my blackberries are coming, but I want to finish something because I realized the whole point of me telling you that story is Rosie was just in a diaper and a hat.
Nice.
And you're telling me about the chiggers, and I'm realizing we were out in the field doing it, and I'm like, oh God, I hope he didn't wake up fucked up. I did not even think about protecting him from the critters.
Clear fingernail polishes. They'll suffocate in there.
I've heard that.
Well, you do what my
I've
papa
heard that.
did and just take a little needle and fucking dig them out. But that's too
No, I'm
much.
good on that.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. We're gonna go with nail polish. I'd rather give him a nail bath than what you said. The crazy thing, weird thing you said.
Yep. So how your blackberries? Just what
They're
we
all right.
said.
It's been they're behind, and then the blueberries, we're hopeful. You know, all that rain and then the heat. We think the blueberry bush might explode in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think all my potatoes got rotten.
Oh, we're worried about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are just a couple of old men, dude.
We are. Yeah. Dude, here's something else I started doing that it's for me. Here's what's gravy for me. Slaw. We've been making our own coleslaw out of the garden. You know what I'm saying? The cabbage, red cabbage, putting banana peppers on you, just putting stuff, not like zucchinis and stuff, but like, you know, just different kind of peppers. And dude,
What's
it's
your
so
liquid?
good.
You rocking vinegar, mayonnaise, both?
Actually, this sounds so great. There's a coleslaw dressing called Marie's. I think it's Marie Calendar or something. I think it's really good.
I'm aware of it. It's like it's creamy, but it doesn't have mayonnaise in it, right?
Right. It doesn't have mayonnaise in it. That was the thing. I was gonna try to do like one of these Duke mayonnaise things, but I was like, man, I'm just gonna get some frou-frou shit to like zhuzh my shit all the way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all about the zhuzh, man. My mom has a coleslaw mix that she mixes with mayonnaise, and I hate it. And I get like, if I bring it up at all, I get accused of like being frou-frou. But there's a part of me that's like, well, no, y'all tried the frou-frou and you messed up your frou-frou. You went 0 for 2 with fruit.
That's exactly right. That's
Like,
exactly
if you had just made coleslaw with mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and garlic, I wouldn't have said nothing. You try to do a new thing, and I don't like it. Now I'm being called a hipster.
Right.
Like, oh, you're too good for the what? Read the package.
Right. Right.
You're the one
From
too
the
good
fucking
for
Hidden
Remo.
Valley, from Hidden Valley's goddamn coleslaw mix. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
It's like, I didn't forget my roots. You did. Literally, there's no carrots in this fucking slaw. Where's the roots?
Y'all don't put carrots in y'all slaw?
Oh, of course we did. I just tried to make a roots joke. Sorry.
Gotcha. 10-4. 10-4.
I love slaw, dude. I'm a slaw man.
Yeah, I'm a slaw man too. We've been
Brian Evans is my oldest friend in the world. People have heard me talk about him on every podcast. People they know who he is. 2nd grade, they served us some slaw that had probably relish in it. It had turned green, the whole slaw. So as 2nd graders, we were like, that's rotten. And the lunch ladies were like, no, it's not. Eat that. It's good for you. And we would not. Brian ate his and everyone else's. And somebody was like, Brian, you're eating that? And he was such a cute kid. He was like kind of goofy looking. He's really grown into his body now, but he was lanky and he just went, it's nutritious. It is a flashbulb memory for me. It cranked me up. And that's, in my mind, that's the day we became best friends because he made me laugh so hard with 2 words. And all the girls went, ew, and all the boys were like, that's hilarious, dude.
Yep. Good time.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It's 98 degrees in this room right now. I am probably about to let you go. Cotton is sticking to my body. Not just like synthetic clothes. Cotton is sticking to my body like it's paint.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's fine. I don't really have anything other than slaw to talk about no way. Slaw and war, that's all I know, Drew.
Slaw. Yeah. What is it good for? Well, it's good on hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
Exactly.
I got a show. I got a show in Knoxville, as I said to you guys, July 25th, I think, whatever that Friday is. That sounds right. I got nothing else to plug. You got anything to plug, DJ?
Yeah, conspiracy babies tonight. We could talk about anything, but yeah, we don't have to talk about anything. We literally just all just look at each other. Everybody turn the camera on. We sit in silence and we stare at each other. It really doesn't matter. Discord, it'll be on there.
I bet you'd be good at whatever that is, talking to people and then just staring at each other, making them feel something.
Is that
cult?
tantra?
Describing a cult. No,
Is that-
maybe. Dude.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, I'll give you this one. There's a guy, I can't remember his name. It's Aubrey something. He's got like a lot of followers. He founded a company with Joe Rogan that's like vitamin-y. And he got really rich on that, okay? He came across my feed. I'm not sure how or why or what. No, I do remember. A woman I follow. I'm getting in the weeds. I think I'm like nervous people think I follow this guy and I don't. He did a podcast with a woman I do follow. And it just like, it was jarring. Where, it was almost like the same feeling as the Uncanny Valley. I'm watching this dude talk and I'm like, who is this lying, insane narcissist? Like the level, like I could feel the fake. So I had to like figure it out. And then I ended up on this deep dive. And he's like in the woo-woo world. He's the guy, this was viral for a little while. He was the guy who flew his jet to Burning Man and then like left early and announced Burning Man was done because the influencers had ruined it. This was a few years ago. So that was like, I remembered his face from that thing. Anyway, you're not going to care about what I'm about to say, but what got me hooked is apparently him and his wife are welcoming another woman in their relationship and she's pregnant. What I wanted to talk to you about is I'm looking at all this. The drama is unbelievable. And I'm observing it and I'm like, man, all these people love this. They're pretending to be sad. They're pretending to be enlightened. They're talking about all these enlightened words. They have a teacher who's this like former rabbi who says, anyway, I go to Andy with it. This is the part I wanted to get to for you. And I'm like, yo, look at your people here. This is something. And she wanted to tell me, these are not my people. And I was like, what do you mean? And she like goes through this list of reasons that are true, like they're fake and they bring a bad name to spirituality. And I'm like, when my friends go on Kill Tony, is Kill Tony part of my world? Is Kill Tony part of my world? Is Joe Rogan part of my world? That's where we're at here. I need to hear it from you right now. Either they're not part of my world, or you have to accept that sometimes in your world there's some charlatans. Sometimes in your world there's some fucked up people. I get getting defensive about it. I also hate it when some random person I just met is like, so do you watch Kill Tony? It makes me want to fucking kill myself. But I have to live with that. And if I have to live with that, you have to live with people being like, so are you a fan of Aubrey Marcus? That's his name. Are you a fan of Aubrey Marcus? You have to live with that, Andy. Anyway, I thought that might tickle your cockles.
Yeah, man.
Who's the conspiracy world? Kill Tony, Aubrey Marcus. Who's giving you a bad name as a guy who has an event called Conspiracy?
Ian Carroll takes, look at the, you see those birds?
Yeah.
Ian Carroll.
What's the Ian Carroll's deal?
Basically, he's ripped off like what all these other people, and now he's like doing Candace Owens. He's doing he's like especially ripped off Whitney Webb. You know Ian Carroll. He's the guy with the mustache that everybody hates. He hit for a little bit because he was basically giving goddamn Whitney Webb her props, but then on the Epstein, but then he completely botched the whole thing. He did not do right. He went.
Does he look like he's in a punk band, kind of, but like a bad one?
He's got a mustache and he's stupid.
And narrowed it down to 400 million people. Does he have tattoos? Very visible ones?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know.
You know what? Every Ian close to my age looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I gotta say that.
It's who I thought it was. It's exactly who I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got it. I'm glad I know that now. I know that now. I'm glad I know that when I see him, I'm looking at. There he is on Rogan. I'm looking at the Tony Hinchcliffe of conspiracy theories. I'm looking at the Aubrey Marcus of conspiracy theory.
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
Well, yeah, dude. I love you, buddy. Everybody out there listening, we hope Carmen will be back next week. She's been dealing with some family issues. She may have already told you all about it when I was late last week. Bye, buddy.
Bye. You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like